Hello everybody and welcome to Food Wars Season 5 Episode 10 Anime Review. This episode was, would you believe it, I think this was an alright episode. Like, all things considered, this episode wasn't as bad as it has been, in my opinion. Which, at this point, I'm going to take that as a win. But, yeah, it's still not been great and everything. But it's nice to see exactly where things stand with the reintroduction of Joichiro, even though he didn't do much. But he was there. And we saw some of Soma's backstory with his mum. That was kind of nice. It was alright. I don't know if I'm trying to convince myself it was better than it was because I'm desperate for something good here. But yeah, I think this was an alright episode. But anyway, let's crack on with the episode. See exactly how everything went down and do this thing. We pick up right where we left off at the end of last week's episode with Soma objecting to Asahi because Asahi's all like, I'm gonna win, hee hee. And Soma's like, actually mate, nah, I don't think you are. And so that happens. They have a little bit of back and forth before he leaves. Megumi asks Erina if she's marrying Asahi because she was told that by Asahi after the match. And also he said, yeah, you can keep being her friend. So there's some stakes that were just thrown completely out the window right there for no reason. Erina basically says, no, I haven't agreed to anything yet, which I like to see. I like to see that she's not just, oh, if he wins, I have to do it. It's like, no, Erina, that's not how marriage works. It's good to see that at least. Soma, they have a bit more conversation. Erina's pretty despairing at this point. Soma is in Asahi's bracket, so he's going to beat him before he even gets to Erina, so that's a good thing. Meanwhile, Asahi thanks his whole crew for helping him out with his plan to marry the God Tongue. Good stuff. There, it's why is that your plan is the question. Who knows? Who knows there? Every other God Tongue has despaired over food because of the God Tongue, except Erina so far. So, because of that, I think the way it's going to go is because Soma is like, I can give you food you've never tasted before, and Erina's going to be like, yes, and then they're going to get together, sort of. That's sort of how I can see it going towards the end, but what do I know? Erina just wants her mum to return home. We see a little bit of that flashback where she left and she just wanted her to come home, basically. And that's why she's doing all this. Because she misses her mum at the end of the day. That's the way I look at it. So, yeah, I like Erina. I used to hate her and I can't believe how she's grown on me. It's annoying. Asahi thinks that crossed knives is the only thing that can save the God Tongue users, which, I mean, the way it's going is exactly how it looks. It looks like, yes, that's definitely how it's going to work. Erina is basically at this point accepting letting Asahi win because that's the right thing to do. And Soma's like, nope, I'm going to beat him, so you don't even need to worry about that. It's irrelevant, this conversation and everything. And which sounds, when he says it, it sounds like really harsh. But we get to, in a minute, Megumi talks to him and he's like, nope, that's not how it works. Asahi says, hey, all the other Noir members are free to beat Soma and Erina if they want because he's going to win anyway and who cares. Soma says to Megumi, hey, it sucks having the God Tongue, and she can't say what she really wants to say to the people she really wants to say it to. Presumably, she can't say to her mum, hey, I want to save you, basically. And yeah, it was, I mean, it's nice to sort of know where everyone stands. It shocked me that Asahi was going to fight Soma before Erina, which I guess just because of that, it sort of let a bit of doubt come into my mind. Is like, Asahi might win. Asahi might beat Soma because the final we'll get to is either going to be Erina Soma or Erina Asahi, but Erina can't beat Asahi. Who knows? I have no idea. God, imagine if he just wins. Imagine if Asahi just wins and then that's the ending. Screw you. That would suck. And then we have a little montage saying screw your tournament arc, basically. Just all the important characters progress to the highest rounds possible, basically. Erina gets to the final. Asahi and Soma get to the semi. I don't know, was it like this in the manga? Because there was someone with a motorcycle I saw, and that had no explanation at all. But oh, okay, you can cook with a motorcycle. I don't care. But yeah, who knows what that was about really? That was sort of weird. Soma's next match is against Asahi, as I said. He's preparing, but doesn't really know how to prepare because he's like, man, if only my dad was here right now, we'd have so many matches. Joichiro meets with Gin and they have talk. They're sort of like talking you know, he's talking to Gin and Soma's talking to Megumi about the past, basically. We see when both parents were cooking and he'd watch, his mum wasn't very good at cooking, but she had a lot of fun. She's sort of where he got his experimental side we'll say. And then we see how Soma got his little eyebrow scarf finally. It was just because he was an idiot in the kitchen and he caught a fish, but he smashed his head against the corner of a table. Soma, I mean, yeah, fish is important, but so is your brain, you know? So I guess both good job and, oh my god, be careful, man, is all I'm going to say. We just see regular family life between them. It was very happy and everything. Then she died, and when she died, that's when Soma started challenging his dad to the cook-offs, and which made him the man we see today. The very... I don't have a word for him. The very odd man that we see today. But hey, he's probably going to win. So what can I say? He's like a Yu-Gi-Moto. Although I don't think he's ever really won before. He won the not team deathmatch, the battle thing, but he didn't win the earlier tournament arc. Whenever that was. When was that? Was that season 2? I can't remember. But the point is, Soma doesn't always win. We then go to Asahi, who receives an update on an illegal ingredient. Don't know what that's about, but it's probably going to be the thing that helps him win, I would guess. Runs into Joichiro and Gin, and then we see basically, this is BS, right? So Joichiro had to leave Asahi to go be with Soma when his mum died, which that's perfectly reasonable, I think. Asahi, but not only did Joichiro do that care for his actual son, for Asahi he was like, you can come as well, you know, you can come with me. And then Asahi was like, no, I don't want to. And then he started blaming Soma. He was like, you stole him from me. And it's like, he just offered you to come with him, you little prick. You could have been Soma's brother. What's wrong with you? Like, don't understand. That doesn't make any sense that he would be so pissed off at Soma despite having the opportunity to go with him, you know, and he didn't have any friends at the play. He had no reason not to go, but he didn't. It's stupid. Asahi is a stupid, dumb, idiot kid. And you're a stupid, dumb, idiot adult as well. And I don't like you. And that basically narrows down Asahi in a nutshell. He's a terrible character. Awful. Stupid. Idiot. Erina gets to the final, but her face is shook. She's got, like, shadows over her eyes, which means you know she's shook. Soma tells Asahi, hey, you know you can't make her happy, right? And he's like, we'll see about that. And it's like, Soma getting more and more possessive. That's not what it is at all, but you get what I'm saying. People are cheering for Asahi, and I just don't get that because he's the favourite, and you never want to cheer for the favourite. You cheer for the underdog. Like, that's just natural human instinct, right? All Soma's friends show up to cheer him on. They got the flag and everything. Thanks for showing up, guys. And then Asahi's like, bro, I'm going to destroy you now. We then learn also Tsukasa was the one that was helping Soma practice the night before when he was lamenting he had no one to practice with. Tsukasa practiced with him. Soma, and then the other one, Asahi, is like, I'm going to use Joichiro's knife. And Soma's like, haha, I'll beat him with my very own knife. And it's like, it's sort of like surpassing my dad with this, which is the name of the episode, by the way. Which, I get that it's basically like Soma going to finally beat his dad. But you could have just had Soma actually beat his dad. Like, literally, this whole Season 5 doesn't need to exist, right? You could have had Season 4 and then stick an episode on the end where it's like Soma beats his dad and gets with Erina. And then obviously you'd have to do a little bit more than just that, but you got, that's a final episode right there. You know, you've sorted it, you know? You don't need this whole blue arc, you don't need Asahi, you don't need all this bollocks. You just sort it like that. It's stupid in my opinion. Their theme, which I think is well more suited for a final match than the semi-final, but whatever, is to combine all 5 of the grand cuisines into one dish. I forget exactly what it was, like Chinese, Italian, was Indian one? French was one? What the hell's the last one? I can't remember what the last one is. But basically, combine them all into one dish, which sounds easy, but really, no it's not. Everyone else in the crowd and whatever basically thinks this is an impossible task. They're like, how on earth are they going to do that? Like, it doesn't seem possible. All the flavours are different. There's no way I'll be able to mix. Asahi obviously has loads of knives and cross knives, so pretty easy for him, you know, all that bollocks. At this point, like, when it comes to cross knives, I'm like, yeah, he cross knives, whatever. You know, it's stupid, it's broken. So many crosses. And then he's like, yes, I'm super broken, I can do all of this. And it's just like, how on earth is anyone going to beat him? And I'm like, no one should be able to beat him, really. Like, if, at this point I'm back to if, which I guess is a good thing. If Soma wins, then I don't see how it's going to come across as anything less than stupid. Because he shouldn't win, really. But then he says, like, oh, this seems easy, but it takes a lot out of me, this cross knives. And if I make even one mistake, everything's ruined. And it's just like, is that true? Or is it just for this round, I guess? Because it's so hard? Like, who knows? And then he starts hearing voices, and they're like these people that we've never seen before, like, you can do it, Asahi. And it's like, yes, my friends, I'm with you. I kind of like this. This was kind of funny. And then the Soma's friends are all like, don't start acting like the protagonist, you know? Because he's doing the whole protagonist thing. Like, with the power of my friends, I can do anything. They're just actually just people that he forced into Shokugekis and... Not Shokugekis, just stole their knives basically after beating them. So I kind of like that they did a funny there. It actually made me a chuckle. Erina is in the crowd. She's basically accepted the fact that Asahi should win at this point. And at this point, I'm at the point, yeah, Asahi should win because he's so broken. Like, there shouldn't be a way to defeat him. However, Soma says, okay, basically your cross knives is just a cheat code of all the training we've already been through. I'm not as far behind as you think. And then there's a cool wasteland scene where he looks behind him and Soma's there. Kind of cool. Then basically, now it's time for Soma to make his goddamn comeback. There's a part of me that still thinks he's going to lose, you know? There is a part of me that's like... That illegal ingredient thing has really thrown me for a loop. Unless they're going to procure it for the final and then Asahi's going to be like, it's up to you now, Soma. You and your Erina can be the one, and I don't know. That thing has thrown me. The fact that it's the semi has also thrown me. But we don't want Asahi winning, do we? We want Soma winning. We can't have Asahi getting to the final. Nobody wants that. Nobody does. Yeah, no, nobody does. So my favourite part of the episode, well, like I said, a better episode than the few we've had recently. I think so, anyway. My favourite part was just Asahi pretending to be the protagonist. Also, I should probably mention, usually have a little clip thing here, but copyright claims recently, so I'm not doing that anymore, just because I don't want to deal with them, basically. Sorry, blame Japan. But yeah, no, pretending to be the protagonist because it came just out of nowhere, and for a second I was like, what is happening? Should I recognise these people? Because obviously my memory of earlier seasons is a bit hazy. Like, are these people that have shown up before? And I'm just like, I can't remember. But no, they're just randoms for this little one-off little gag. And I thought it was quite funny. It worked for me. Liked it a lot. But anyway, yeah, this episode, I mean, we're on the upswing. But, next episode, I guess it'll be Soma versus Asahi, the end of it. And to be honest, I'm kind of thinking the final match might not even really be a match. It might just be a little whatever. So, who knows? I think we might get them both in, and then last episode could be like an epilogue, maybe. I don't know. I've not read the manga. I'm just hoping we get a decent ending out of this. At this point, I'll take decent or serviceable because at the moment, it doesn't look like we're going to get that, in my opinion. But hey, if the ending's good, maybe it'll be worth it, but who knows. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing and stuff. For more reviews, that would help me out a lot. I will see you next week for another episode of this. Take care, and bye guys.